My fan is still packed away in my bag.
That's unfortunate.
So, yeah, I know. It's literally, my bag's right here. It's in there. I'm not grabbing it out for this one. So,
Fair. You know what?
yeah, no. Ain't gonna happen.
It's been a day.
But hey, to be fair, I'm the only one here with a cup mug, so it's
Okay,
fine.
you know,
it all balances. No,
Yeah,
it's not shade. That's just fact. That was just fact in that scenario. But hola, mis reinas, y bienvenidos a The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real in the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan, my face is something gay. I currently am just drinking water because I am very dehydrated from my trip. As you can tell, there is not a vagina papaya behind me. I am not at home. I am very thankfully in Los Angeles, where it is so much cooler. And I got to LA this morning and it was 65 degrees Fahrenheit and foggy, and I cried.
That's so nice.
I genuinely cried.
That's fair.
And you know what else I will cry over? A cup mug, because if you don't get one, it makes me sad. So, I also conveniently, I forgot, I have my Cheryl pin in here, but you can get your cup mug and all of our other merch at longitude.creations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. We do ship domestically and internationally, so there are no excuses. Period.
Hi, hello. It is River, your Brazilian Drag Race fanatic. Today, I am drinking some huge-ass tea in my giraffe mug because I need caffeine, and that's it, period. And also, it's winter here, and it's not cold, but it's chilly, and I live in the swamp, so it's like humid, so it's nice and chilly for a cup.
Makes sense.
Damn.
Well, and if I had a cup mug, I would be drinking it out of my cup mug.
You know the issue with the cup. We love Cup Mug. We do love her. The problem is she just doesn't carry a whole lot of liquid.
Maybe we need a bigger one.
Not for queer people.
I've asked. Lana is looking into getting us a bigger size for one. I'm thinking about just getting mine signed at DragCon this year, if I'm being honest.
That would be great.
So,
yeah.
My cup that I have with me is like half a liter of coffee fully.
Work.
Straight up. So, hello. By the way, I am Eduardo. I am the Mexican representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk shit and get hit. I am drinking my leftover coffee that I had in the morning that got cold, but it's here, and it's a cute little mug.
Purr.
Yeah.
Purr.
Anyways,
well, we sure do have an episode of Drag Race Mexico to discuss on this occasion. I will say I partially called it.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little wrong in our predictions from last week.
Yeah.
But I will say overall, I think this was a gaggy episode. Did I want another dance challenge? No. Did we get one? Yes. Was it good? Yes. Like that's kind of, that's kind of where we're at with it. But yeah. So we are going to dive into all of the things and stuff. Before we do that, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we are here almost all the time, giving you almost all things drag. Currently, that means Drag Race Mexico. We're finishing up Drag Race France soon. We are almost at the end of All Stars 9. We got 2 more weeks of that. We got a week of France, I think. A week or 2, maybe. I'm not sure. And we've got Canada versus the World starting next week, too. So very lovely, wonderful, and exciting. And make sure to check the description below where you can find all of our YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, and where you can find us on Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episodes for all of the franchises that we are currently covering. You get it in the morning of the day as opposed to the evening. So you get a little bit early. It's the best we're doing for you right now. And I will also say, if you all happen to be at DragCon next weekend, you may see a familiar face. And David, who you're all probably more excited to see, let's be honest. I know the comments. I see the comments.
We all see the comments.
Read the comments. But yes, David and I will be at DragCon. We're very, very thankful to get to do some really fun things at DragCon this year. Very excited to show you all what we have coming. So I'm super excited as well because we're going to get to potentially talk to a lot of the girls from this season of Drag Race Mexico. Most of the cast is going, which I'm super excited about. So it should be a really fun time. So if you're at DragCon and you see us, come say hi. Come meet my cup mug in person. I don't know. It's not that special, I promise. But yeah, so we come back into the workroom. Maria Bonita is gone. Now, I had remembered something that I'd meant to talk about last week. And thank you, commenters. I don't remember who it was, but there was a couple of comments talking about Maria Bonita's runway package for this season. And how, and I had forgotten that this was a rumor that she was, it was heavily speculated that she was a last minute alternate on this season for another queen from the same city. And if that's the case, makes sense. I, wish she could have lasted a bit longer to get, as much out of the opportunity as she could. Because I'm going to be honest, we're 4 episodes in, and I think there's 2 or 3 girls that maybe shouldn't have gone home that, could be replaced by girls that are still in the competition.
Yeah, kind of. If I had my way, the season would be a little way.
If I had my way, I don't know that.
Me too.
If I had my way, I don't know that anyone that has currently been eliminated would be eliminated right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I think maybe I would
maybe still just Ignis. Maybe still just Ignis. Honestly.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Ignis at most. I think.
Shout out Ignis, we love you.
But I do love that we are having a gaggy.
She does watch the pod. She does watch the pod. Shout out Ignis.
We love you, Ignis. Ignis, by the way, give me a chance.
God damn it, Eduardo.
She did well on that first lip sync, though. She did well.
I am a man with likes, and Ignis is just attractive. Leave me alone, Logan. I'm shooting my shot.
I'm not going to.
That's valid.
I'm shooting my shot every single time. And you can't blame
fair
me
and valid.
No,
I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. But yes, so that happened. Everyone's sad. But we come into the workroom the next day. Our beautiful, gorgeous, lovely hosts come in. And can I just say,
everyone just looks so good on like the workroom outfits for this episode. It's the outfits especially.
Yeah,
so good.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that for sure. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah,
but yes. So we got Tyga and Lolita coming in. I love that we can tell, or at least I can tell, they're finally feeling more comfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
The dynamic between the two.
Yeah, Tyga's really warming up.
It's getting better.
Really this episode, that Tyga's really like starting to open up to the girls and starting to get it. So I like that. Yeah. I really, really like that.
And I really like that Tyga. She had like a cat look, a feline motif for the whole episode.
She
for the
really is
and the runway. I love that. I love that.
I clocked it. I clocked it at episode 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope she keeps doing this. Guess what? She's still doing it, and I appreciate it. So
I look for it.
But yes, it's time for the reading challenge. Overall, I thought this reading challenge was fine.
It was pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It was better than a lot of reading challenges that we've had.
Yeah, lately
it wasn't like amazing or the best, but it was like solidly good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I will say the one read that stood out to me was it Eva? No, I think it was Electra that was like, Ava, if you don't have a pin, you can't be at the meet and greet.
Yeah.
That was good.
And I love the callback read because it was a little bit different in the way that she did it, and I appreciated the callback for sure. So What else stood out to y'all?
For me, I loved Horacio calling Unique a 40-year-old Cabbage Patch doll. I died.
Oh my God.
That was so good. Ava's a lot of the rings joke. She did it. It was like for 2 or 3 people, I think. And then Eva's read about Electra. I don't remember what it was about because it was too long for me to like write down. But it was really about Elektra, about like being old and having plastic surgery or something like that.
Yeah, she's
like
basically
I just remember that it was
so,
like my favorite. Yeah,
that she has had so much like things injected into her that she might as well be a biological weapon.
A biological weapon, exactly. Yes, that was a really good. Yeah, those were my
love the shade towards Lexa when they said no one was talking about Jamie. It was funny.
Yeah,
I didn't get that one because I didn't get the reference, but
I got it.
It was well received.
Yeah, it was well received. Well, at least I really received it because I know that Lexa did. Everyone's talking about Jamie, and she was Jamie. So
she was.
She was Jamie, and she won an award for it.
I didn't know that.
So
that makes
for
sense
me,
now.
that was really funny and really iconic that they were like, no one's talking about Jamie, aka no one's talking about
No one's talking about Lexa. Yeah. No. Now that I know that, it makes sense. I thought it was just because she looked like the actor that played him.
That's what I
on at least like the West End and the original cast. I still got it. I still thought it was funny. Knowing that added layer makes it more funny.
Yeah,
so I'm here for it. But we end up with 2 mini challenge winners. Both Eva and Elektra end up winning. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Me neither. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that instead of Elektra, maybe I would have put Horacio. But I'm still okay with
Horacio was
maybe.
Yeah. I'm more so just happy that Eva got something finally. Like, she won something because, as we'll talk about, another week, what does Eva Blunt have to do to get a win on this season?
Don't even get me started.
They're setting a Jan situation up in here. I don't know. It's
right?
For me, it feels a little bit more like Crystal Method.
You know what? That makes sense.
Like, it feels a little bit like, I don't want it to be that case, but it feels like, or who was the queen? We just saw on a recent franchise. There was a queen, or it was Kiona. Kiona had to wait like 5 weeks to get a win.
Oh, that's right.
And then she finally got a win.
She was in the top every single episode, and it
was really high. It was her. I think her track record is like high, win, high. Like
iconic.
Iconic.
Truly.
But
truly
iconic. But yes, they win the mini challenge. We find out that the maxi challenge is the girl bands challenge. Eva and Elektra get to pick their groups. To nobody's surprise whatsoever, Suculenta is picked last. I wonder why.
Wow, I wonder.
And
shocking.
It's really no shade to Suculenta. And I'm gonna be honest. Like, if she's watching, you're great, darling. We appreciate you. I will say she is one of the 2 queens from this cast not going to DragCon. So I'm like, I don't have to like potentially deal with her knowing what we said about her. It's very strange. There's only 2 people not going. And it's Suculenta and Lexa.
Oh.
I'm curious if it has to do with their proficiency in English.
It could be that, or it could be that getting a visa is straight up like super complicated. Like, if I wanted to get a visa now, I would have to wait 3 years to just get an appointment.
Do they have to get a visa? Oh, because they're selling stuff.
Yeah, they're selling stuff.
So maybe it's because the other queens like maybe already had a visa and
it's very possible.
Didn't. Maybe.
Yeah, like just getting a visa to work in the USA is really complicated. So like, I don't blame them for not going.
My roommate is from India, and he's given me a little bit of that information as well about getting that. Obviously, he has it through his job, but it's still like a super complicated situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like Suculenta. It's just that people have their strengths, know, and she's
really
she was picked last because it's a girl group challenge, and we all know, and she's admitted that she's not the best dancer.
Yeah,
and I'm going to be 100.
And it's not a diss. It is what it is.
I'm going to be 100% honest. This is her best week of the season so far.
Yeah, kind of.
This is by far for me her best week of the season.
Yeah, I still don't think she did great. I'm going to be honest, but
I still think she should have been in the bottom 3. But like,
I agree.
Yeah, and
yeah. But like, that's what I said like about Suculenta, I think a few episodes back. I think she's good at drag. She's not really good at drag race.
That's
I think
kind of what I'm. Yeah.
That's
and also
I-
because
I-
like these types of challenges just haven't been like up her alley. We haven't
We
done
will.
comedy
Exactly.
challenges.
Well, we'll
And we're
really
about to get one.
see. She is about to get tested next week. Finally, we'll talk about it.
Damn.
But yeah, so we get our groups. They both want Ya No Quiero as the song, which I will say was the better song for sure.
it was Metalgate 2.0.
It really was Metalgate 2.0.
It truly
Straight
was.
up.
They straight up just flip a coin.
And production
wish
had
I-
that coin ready.
I
Did you
know. I
notice
was like,
that?
where did this coin come from?
No,
They had
no.
ready.
Eva had it from last week's.
Oh, yeah.
From the runway.
Yeah,
Right.
she was carrying around like the
Yes,
entire
yes.
episode.
Right.
I thought it was
So
obvious.
you
I think-
clocked that.
I clocked it real quick. I thought it was weird that they said like X or cara because we don't say that. We said águila o sol. So that was weird, but you know what? That's fine.
And I was just like, I
What
was
is
watching
that?
them like fighting over it, and I was like,
Yeah.
Latinos being stubborn? No. Oh, what a shock.
Shocker.
Oh, we want what we want,
Shocker.
and yeah, we're gonna stand our ground. Wow, what a shock. Wow.
I do love that this podcast is very not American today. I'm honestly a big fan of it. Not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, biggest lie.
No, we love Lana and David, but yes, I do love it. So we're doing rehearsals. They're doing their things. To nobody's surprise, Sukulenta struggling.
Shocking. Shocker.
Yeah. And Eva was kind of
True.
struggling, right? During
Eva
like
was
the
struggling,
vocal
yeah.
Eva was struggling a
rehearsal.
little bit
Yeah.
as well. Horacio shocked me. Horacio can apparently sing. Shocking.
Yeah, some of them.
Horacio can sing. Yeah.
Shocking.
What can she
Truly.
not do? I'm trying to see, like, maybe is she not going to be good at like acting in comedy? Because so far she's been good at like pretty much everything.
We'll see next
Right?
episode, I guess. But like
We'll see.
Mhm.
with the little bits
Yeah.
of comedy that we've seen, I think she can also do comedy. So
I want to
I
speculate at the end of
wouldn't
this
be
episode.
surprised.
I want to speculate at the end of this episode. I have a conspiracy, but
Okay.
Okay.
we do our rehearsals.
One thing that
yes.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go right ahead, love.
No, because one thing that stood out for me during rehearsals was when the second group came in and they were like saying the name of the group, and then I wrote it down. Gerson said about like the name. He said what the father doesn't know is where to buy cigarettes because he didn't come back, and I died because that is like a thing in Brazil as well that we say like our father like went out to buy cigarettes and never came back. Like it's a thing.
we have a similar
And
thing in the States where we say
Bird's milk.
dad went out for milk, yeah, and never came back.
Yeah, and it's just I love when we have those moments that like we relate so hard, and it's just I love
Right,
it. And it was
yeah.
so funny. It just had me. Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
good.
I love it.
yeah, I love also their name because I once went to a bar that was named Mama No Lo Sabe, which is very similar. So I thought it was iconic.
Word.
It was a gay bar as well. So I don't think it's a
but of course
reference
it
to
was.
that. I don't think it's a reference to that, but I thought it was iconic.
but it makes
either
sense
way.
that
It made
yeah.
sense, yeah.
And it's a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name. I
Definitely.
thought it was better than the first name. That
Yeah, I
OBS
didn't
7.
understand the first one if there's a reference or not, but it's
I thought the only thing is that like OVS is just like, oh, you're obviously a homosexual, but I don't get why they had a 7.
got it. Okay,
I don't know why they chose the 7.
right?
Because
Because
there's
it's
only 5 of
5
them.
people.
I was confused by that as well, so I'm glad that we were all collectively confused.
Okay.
Yeah, collectively, I don't understand why they were OVS 7.
You know,
I would have understood if
appreciate
they
the
were OVS
collective.
5.
I appreciate the collective confusion. Honestly, like I
If
really.
anybody that is watching has any like idea of what it might mean, please
Yeah,
let
why
us
the
know because I
7?
am
Am I-
curious.
Am I missing anything? Am I
Yeah,
forgetting anything?
are we missing something? Because I don't get it. But anyways,
At this
Yes.
point is when you start noticing that they're kind of setting Garcon up for the
Yeah.
downfall. They're really going hard on Garcon, and Garcon is getting a lot of airtime around this time. So
Mhm.
you can start telling that Garcon's
Well,
gonna.
her and Unique, I kind of could tell
I
from
was
like,
gonna
the
say
workroom
no.
part.
So what I was, and that's where I was going was
Yeah.
our Emmy moment of the episode where Unique is talking about her mom
Mhm.
passing, and this was the moment for me. I was like, all right, Unique's going home, cool. Like,
Mhm,
Yeah.
me too.
I wrote down, I think, like, this is starting to get predictable because every time before we go to the main stage, we have like this quote unquote Emmy moment where everyone starts crying. And I'm not saying
Yes.
it's a bad thing, but like in the US versions and in other versions, before we go to stage, sometimes we have little arguments or little funny things. This every single time that we've had one of these moments,
Yeah.
it's been like a sad moment of like, oh, I've had this struggle and whatever, which is fine. It helps us get to know the queens and whatever, but it's starting to
Yes.
get a little predictable, and I hope that we
Yes.
kind of change the way that we do this a little bit more.
And
I just hope that they change when they show those moments.
Yeah,
that's all.
what I mean.
Because I love
That's what I
seeing the
mean.
moments, but like putting it, maybe if like Unique was gonna like either win or be in the bottom like next week or 2 episodes from now, then like put it like a few episodes before, but not like make it so obvious for us. Because like I do love seeing those moments, but it's kind of
it's starting to get
taking off the
start getting to like, oh, this is gonna happen. Like, oh, Unique is gonna be in the bottom.
And it makes me appreciate those moments a little bit less, which I don't want to. So
yeah, that's exactly what I was getting to. Like, I want it to feel more real, and I want it to hit harder because
it is real, right?
Yeah,
but it doesn't feel
things. Yeah,
but like
I think a lot of it is twofold. I will say this specifically, and it's no shade to the Colombian-produced Drag Race franchises being Mexico, Brazil, and Germany. But something I did note watching all 3 of those franchises last year was that the episodes did feel very formulaic in the way that it was, elimination, entrance, mini challenge, maxi challenge, workroom prep, sad moment, runway. Like, it all felt very formulaic. And there's nothing wrong with that specifically because Drag Race has created a really nice formula. But I do agree. I wish we would get a little bit more variety in the way that they're doing it. You can also tell that the people that are editing this season, and you can tell this with some franchises, and I love clocking it. You can tell these producers have not watched nearly as much Drag Race as some other editors and producers have, because it feels very formulaic, typical Drag Race in the editing, where we don't really see that from the more established franchises anymore. And as we go on the years and we get more seasons of Drag Race Mexico, I hope that they end up creating their own editing identity, because they've created their own identity in a lot of ways already. And I think Drag Race Mexico has... and I will still say, I'm upset with this episode, but I think Drag Race Mexico is the franchise right now of the moment.
Yeah.
Like Mexico,
production-wise, for me, is like currently is just... I wrote down in my notes, like, I noted it when I started the season last week that I watched like all the first episodes. And then again, for this episode, like, I just noticed that like production is just so good. The set, everything, like, it's just so well made. But yeah, the editing is a little bit, there's room for improvement in the editing department. But production, it's going in the right direction for me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. The set, like the workroom for Mexico, is one of my favorites, like, of all of the workrooms.
I really, really
so
like
beautiful.
the location, the Peru location that they have, that they use for these 3, for Mexico, Brazil, and Germany. And I also like that they change a little bit of the workroom. Like, I like that we have the monarch butterfly, and that Brazil has its own thing, and that Germany has its own thing, but that it's all still similar. I like that.
I agree. I agree completely.
Like during the reading challenge, they had like the glasses in like a disco ball. Like that was like small details like that just makes it to like takes it to a different level for me, that I just love noticing like little things like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think it might be time for us to go to the runway. We have our guest judge, Victoria Volkova, who apparently is like really, really good friends with Tyga. Yeah. I'm going to assume by that reaction, Eduardo, that we know her, we love her, we stan her.
Yeah, we love her, we stan her. She is most well known as like a blogger, or at least I know her more as like a blogger. And I don't know how she specifically knows Tyga, but it's very obvious that they're very like good friends. And also, I wanted to say this: she looks like Lorene.
She does look like Lorene.
She looks
She
like
really
Lorene.
does.
She's the Mexican Lorene.
She really does. Shout out
For
to
those
Lorene.
that don't know, Lorene is a Swedish singer. Go check out our ESC channel because we talk about her sometimes. We haven't uploaded
Great
in a
plug,
little bit.
Eduardo, though. Great plug. Proud of you.
It just, naturally, she looks like Lorene. Anyways, we talk about
She
her.
does. It's literally same hair, same face structure, everything. Like it's wild to me.
Anyways, yeah, we love her. We stand her, and she was really good this episode. And I really
she was great.
I was gonna say I didn't know her, but now that I know her, I do love her. I do stand. Like she looked
the guest judges have
so good, and her comments, like she was just so good during the whole episode. The meow, like so good. Loved her.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. In this current week's battle of Tyga versus Lolita, my choice is very clear this week.
For me too.
Really? Because for me, it was so confusing because at first I was like, okay, I kind of like both, but I don't love either, you know? And then I was like, okay, I started thinking what I like about each of them to see kind of which one was my favorite. And then at first I decided that Lolita was my favorite. And then during the episode and like during the runway and critiques, and I started seeing more of Tyga's look, then Tyga became my favorite.
Yeah.
So
you're
I'm interested to know what was the obvious one for y'all, because for me it wasn't.
Yeah, for me, I have to agree with you. I wasn't like a huge fan of both of them. I think they're both pretty basic, especially for how well we know that both Lolita and Tyga can do. And so this is slightly underwhelming, especially for Lolita. For me specifically, like I feel like Lolita has such a high level of drag that this look kind of just falls a little bit short.
This look is still good, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, it's still good. I'm not saying that's bad. It's still a good look.
Yeah.
But like both of these like queens have such a high level of drag that this being just slightly off, like slightly below their like standard, like makes it kind of jarring. But for me it was pretty obvious that like Tyga was my favorite from the very beginning. I immediately saw the look and I loved it and I thought it was great. I really love big jackets. I love a big puffy jacket. And
the boots.
The boot. The only thing that I wasn't a huge fan of was like the hair because I think it was a little flat, but other than that, I still liked it.
And the bodysuit, I wasn't like a total. It wasn't horrible for me, but I wasn't a fan at first. But then after like a while, it was just like, it works.
I still liked it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think for me, this was the worst week for both queens so far as looks are concerned. I get it if they're going for like girl band, like dancey looks. I understand that. And if they're trying to fit the theme of the challenge more frequently, I'm kind of a fan of that, honestly.
Yeah.
But for me, it was absolutely Tyga for sure. And I think Lolita looked good. Lolita looked really good. I just really like the ensemble that Tyga has going on. So
I think that we can all agree that they look good. It's just that they usually look better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? That's all.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree for sure. So let's talk about our girl band situations. Yes, God. So on the top, we have, I don't remember what this group was called. I don't remember which. This was the seven.
La Obvious Seven.
Obvious
right?
Seven.
Correct. And that is Unique, Ava, Horacio, Eva, and Suculenta. And then on the bottom, we have, I don't remember this group's name either.
La PNS, which is
La PNS,
Papa
which is Papa no lo sabe.
And also Penis is what I got from this group. So, yes. And Janeri, Electra, Lexa, Luna, and Garcon.
That's Unique.
That's Unique.
Not Luna.
Yeah, Luna's in...
No. Luna's in the first group?
Yeah.
Luna is the one with the unicorn
With
horn.
a purple
Okay,
and pink outfit.
I gotta be honest. They look really
They
similar.
kind of do look similar.
They have-
Now that I look at
Honestly,
it,
in the outfit, in the face, and in the drag, they are very similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have very similar aesthetics, so I understand.
They really
like, the
do.
confusion.
They really do. But okay, who stood out to y'all in this challenge? Because I personally had 2 standouts in each group.
I had several standouts for each group. I think both groups did really well. I think Ava did really well. Ava Pocket did really, really well.
Yay!
I think
Do I
Horacio
not
did really
like
well.
her? Is it? I'm confused. I don't have anything against her. It's just I don't see what y'all see. Anyways,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's
Yeah.
wild. I
Not
think
bad by any means. Please.
Yeah.
No, it's just we're not on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Horacio did really well as well. I think Eva did pretty well. I think Lexa did really well. I think Electra did really well. I think Janeri did well, but I don't know if I would have put her in the top. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you about Janeri. Yeah. I had 2 standouts from each group. So for the first group, my standouts were Eva and Horacio. Look-wise and performance-wise, like for both. And then my least favorite was Suculenta.
I have to agree. Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning of our recap, I don't think in this challenge nobody flopped. Like nobody flopped.
No.
Nobody did bad.
No
It was
one.
just my least favorite. Yeah.
And I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
I just want to get that out of the way.
Yes.
Right now.
No one did bad. The problem with this season is
nobody looked bad either.
Yeah, no one is absolutely flopping any challenges really, except for Suculenta in the ball. But I
was gonna say that. I was gonna say let's not forget that yellow face.
Yes. I do agree. I think Suculenta might have been the worst in the first group, but I still think she did well. I also lost Luna a lot, I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not
kind of
Luna was not popping. The 3 standouts from that first group for sure were Ava, Eva, and Horacio. But for me, I would say the 2 specifically were Eva and Ava. I really thought Ava coming in at the very end with this fast, high energy rap, getting her tricks in, getting a split in. I really thought, I think this is really starting the rise of Ava Pocket for me, despite her somehow, for some reason, being in the bottom 3 this week, and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I would have put her in the bottom. Like I said, I didn't. She wasn't my favorite, but for me, she would have been she was the 3rd best out of her group. So for me, she would have been safe.
Yeah.
Like her, like you said, Logan. Her vocal part of her performance was one of my favorites. Was really good. And Luna and Suculenta kind of faded off.
Honestly,
honestly,
Luna could have been in the bottom 3 for me.
She could have.
Luna could have been in the bottom 3 for me. I really
we will
I'm
get there, but I feel like we could have put either Suculenta or Luna in the bottom 3.
Yeah,
and it would have made sense for me.
I think Luna wasn't in the bottom maybe because of her runway. I don't know. We'll see.
Absolutely. We will get to that, but absolutely.
We will.
But then about the second group, my 2 favorites were Lexa and Electra. Standouts for sure. Then followed by Janeri, which I think she did well. The wig. Yeah. There's that.
The wig.
She chose that wig. Yeah. And then for me, the clear bottom 2 for this group was Unique and Garçon, which I adore them both, but they were the worst.
Yeah, and Garçon was really, really stiff, and that kind of shocked me.
But I could see that she was really trying.
Yeah, we could tell that she was really trying, but in this challenge where everyone kind of flowed really well, being so stiff kind of really brought her down, and it shocked me because the first time that we had a dancing challenge, Garçon did pretty well and was keeping up. So her struggling this time kind of shocked me, but then I have to remember that she does struggle with movement and she has the sickness that like doesn't allow her to move as well. She has osteoporosis, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't allow her to move as well. So it's kind of super unfortunate that
But
like
she looked so good.
oh, she looked incredible.
Beautiful.
Always.
She's
Always.
beautiful.
Always.
She's
And again,
beautiful.
she didn't flop. It was just with everyone else doing so well, like in the choreography,
Mhm.
it kind of stood out a little bit that she
Yeah.
was like not keeping up as well.
Yeah, being a little stiff this time was enough to just.
Oh, and I just wanted to just quickly mention Eva's look. Loved the
Oh,
Teletubby
yes.
hair.
So
absolutely.
good.
Her padding, her
So
body is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love her. Yeah.
Iconic. Truly iconic.
Iconic, truly.
Iconico. She is the moment.
Iconico.
She is.
Yeah, for me, the standouts in that second group for sure were Lexa and Electra.
Mhm.
Hands down, definitely for sure. I love Garcon. I love her. I really do. I appreciate her. I love her. She was the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I just, yeah.
It is what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say, the ending to the second song. Why was it so long? They kept
I
just
don't know.
talking and talking and talking, and it was wild. It was wild to me. Like,
Also, the second group, they stayed in that like middle circle for so long. Like it took
Right.
a really long time for them to like start using the rest of the stage.
Mhm.
And it just, I think they could have done so much better if they had used like more of the stage.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
I agree.
Yeah.
But yes, let's move along. La categoría es Future Drag Folklorica 5000. Futuristic folkloric drag. I love this category.
I
Yeah.
loved this idea.
I was really excited.
We'll dive into the full things in Look Over Here because I'm excited to hear a little bit about it, Eduardo, because I know
An
you know a lot of the
interesting
referencing.
mix.
Oh,
Very interesting mix.
It's really good. It filled my heart with joy to see the amount of like references and like
Yeah.
the very little things that like
It
go
made me
with Mexican
think
culture.
of Dallas DeVille, Logan. I was like, oh, she would
It's
love this
so
category.
Dallas DeVille.
So
It's
Dallas.
so Dallas DeVille. Oh my
Right.
goodness gracious.
She would have ate that.
Yes. But we're going to do quick thoughts here in this recap because we've got the Look Over Here with our full thoughts. So, first up, starting off strong, Janari Bloom.
Holy
We'll go first.
shit.
Eduardo, you start. Yeah.
Holy shit. This is just absolutely incredible. I don't want to give up too much away, but absolutely incredible.
Amazing garment. Like the concept of the makeup, I don't like the execution of the makeup. But the overall, so good. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Best look of the night?
Maybe. It's very possible.
It's definitely one of the best for sure.
Definitely.
Well,
Definitely one of.
absolutely.
Electra Vandergaalt, who actually, I'm going to go ahead and amend my previous statement. This is my favorite look of the night.
One of, for me, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's also, yeah, absolutely. We're getting the really, really good ones out of the way first.
Right?
Just absolute beauty, like incredible.
All I can say is I love it. I just wanted more, even more. But it's so good.
It's incredible. It's really
Her taste.
Mm-hmm.
I could have had it be a little bit bigger, but honest to God, I don't care.
Yeah, for me,
I really don't.
For me, it just works. It just works. She knows how to edit herself, so I think it's just great.
She got that eye.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Horacio Potasio.
Versatility, baby. Versatility.
Period. Unexpected in the best way possible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. I'm going to say it again here. 6 weeks from now, we're crowning this baby.
I think so. I'm starting to.
She's winning.
I would not be surprised one bit.
Yeah, with how the season is going, I would not.
She's winning. She's winning. Yeah, no.
I would be absolutely okay with it.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Oh, true. Yeah.
Garçon.
My lovely, my beautiful. I love her. I love her.
Same.
Yeah, I love it. I don't think. Well, she never looks bad, and I wouldn't expect to see her looking bad anytime soon or ever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do I understand it? No. Do I like it? Yes.
I don't like it. It's the first thing Garçon has worn this season that I'm not a huge fan of. I wonder if hearing the reference behind it, if you have it, Eduardo, will change my mind. But like looking at it, like I didn't get it.
I'm just gonna say
my least favorite, I think, from her package, but still good.
Oh my least favorite from her package for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree. I think she was going for something similar to what Eva does.
Oh.
In her look.
Okay.
But like a different take on it.
Definitely. Suculenta.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I
didn't hate it. Okay, I did not hate it. I don't want to be. I didn't hate it.
What I did hate was unique.
Shoulders up. I see where you're going. Shoulders down. Absolutely not.
Period. I agree with the judge. What's his name? Is it Oscar?
Oscar Madrazo.
Yeah, I agree. Waist up, like waist down. Next.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Her.
This is giving me 80s Van Herpen.
It's very Iris Van Herpen. No, you're so right.
Yeah.
To me, it's giving Asia O'Hara butterfly.
In the best way
possible. Also very valid.
She had crystallized, and now she's
on the runway, bitch.
Right for the runway.
Yes, God.
It's a glamazon, bitch. Yes, right for the runway.
Exactly.
Yes, God.
Yes, God. Period.
Yes, God.
Love the detail in this one.
Yes. Lexa Fox.
I like it. It's not my favorite, but I like it.
Yeah, underwhelming for Lexa, but still good.
It's
pretty good. She looks like Brooklyn Heights in this picture. Doesn't she?
She does look like Brooklyn Heights.
Hold on, she does.
She does. In this picture. Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, God. Mother is mothering.
Mystical.
Get out of here. Stop it. Nasty.
Okay.
Mother. Period.
Look at the material.
Look at the material.
I'm
looking at the material. And last up, we have Ava Pocket.
We do.
This isn't bad.
I was gonna say my biggest issue is I don't know if it fits with the category. I don't think it fits with like the category because I don't see. Maybe I'm missing something. I didn't see a lot of like references to like a folkloric or like a typical type of outfit or dance outfit.
Maybe this is more futuristic than folkloric.
Well, in the way that some of the girls, and I would akin this a little bit also to what Lexa did. It was a little bit more like Western.
Yeah, but
Than it
Lexus made
was.
more
Yeah,
sense to me than Alice because
I agree.
Lexus has a reference because in Nuevo Leon we have a lot of like ranches and stuff like that. This is not giving ranch; it's giving just like a steampunk fighter, which is still cool, but it's not really.
It's not a bad look. Yeah.
It's not a bad look, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it fits the category because I've never seen an outfit like in the folkloric dances that we have that looks anything similar to this. Because there are other girls like Luneth, which the outfit doesn't look anything like any sort of folkloric outfit that we wear, but I see the reference to the folkloric and I see what she's going for, and Eva's doesn't really have that. But anyways, we will go.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be literal. It just
But I will go more into it once we have
we'll get
do
into
the
it.
look over here.
Yeah.
Yes. So we get a top 3, and I will say
the results.
I will say
Gaggy.
surprisingly,
Mhm.
Horacio's not in the top.
Yeah, I have
When
to
they
agree.
when she started calling their names, I was like, okay, this is like the top. And then when she started calling some people, I was like, wait. I was so good.
Suculenta and Horacio back to back, and I was like, oh, okay, tops and bottoms, cool. Like,
Tops
Yeah.
and bottoms, exactly. And then it's
And then they were
I
called
was
safe,
duped.
and I was shocked.
I was like, what?
I was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
our
I
top
like to
3.
be gagged. I like it. Even though I
You
don't
know, I
agree
like-
with the results, I like it.
I like to be gagged. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But we have Electra, Eva, and Janeri in the top 3, who I'm not
Mhm.
fundamentally against this top 3.
I agree.
I
I'm
don't
not
know that I would
against
have.
it.
I wouldn't have put
Yeah.
Janeri.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Who would have been for you, Logan, instead of Janeri and Eduardo?
Horacio.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
gotta be honest.
Horacio
For me, it would have
or
been-
Lexa.
Period. Horacio or Lexa. One of the two, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think based on the look, I think Horacio kind of takes it. Because I both think they did really
That's the
well.
thing that breaks it
But-
for me.
Yeah.
Horacio has a really, really good look. And Lexa has a good look, but I think it's not like Horacio's is way better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
Also,
they did like
Lex-
just as well on the challenge, but then Horacio's look like would have put her
Yeah.
in the top. Yeah.
Lexa and Horacio are both due for some safe placement. So, like, I wasn't fundamentally
Yeah.
upset
Yeah,
at
Let's
I
it.
give
was also
someone
gonna say,
else the spotlight for a while, okay?
like when this happened, I was
okay.
like, it makes sense. I get it.
And I feel a little similarly about who wins the challenge, because we get Janeri winning this challenge,
Mhm.
which, because it's Janeri and because I like her a lot, I'm not
Not bad.
mad at this win.
Yeah,
I would have given it to Eva.
I
Same.
agree.
I would
Well,
have given it to
I
Eva.
agree. We're
Period.
all in agreement.
We all have taste.
Thank you.
Well-
We sure do all have taste. Now, for some reason, Ava Pocket was technically low. I'm not acknowledging that personally. So there was just a bottom 2.
Yeah.
And Ava
Yeah.
was just on stage to get critique. That's how I'm looking at it. We get a bottom 2.
Maybe they wanted to put like some fire under her ass, like they see potential, and maybe they wanted to give her kind
But
of
she
like
was at the
a
top
little
last
push.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was at the top last
understand.
week.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
the
get it.
results for this episode was very confusing.
Yeah, you could have just taken Ava off the stage and just put either Suculenta or Luna there,
Yeah.
but I think Suculenta because she had a worse look. So you put Suculenta in there and then you keep her safe.
Yeah.
And
But
you
I-
still have
But
the
I
same
actually
outcome.
do agree
I-
with the bottom 2.
I agree with the bottom 2 as well. I absolutely would have put Suculenta in the bottom 3, but I would have left her in the bottom 3 this time.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were talking about this before we started recording, and so I'm going to bring it up. I do agree that Garcon deserved to be in the bottom, but I think the reasoning why they put her in the bottom was bullshit. I don't think she should be critiqued because of her character. She has
No.
just a specific style, and I think it's kind of bullshit to call out the fact that, like, oh, you have a character that you do, and we want to see something different when everyone in this season has a character that they're playing, and they haven't been critiqued
Yeah.
for it.
Are they going to ask someone else to do what Garcon does? No.
The way that Oscar was like, well, it would be nice to see you change your makeup. Okay, moving on. I'm like, I'm sorry, the fuck? Like,
yeah, fully. Like there was actual critiques that you could have given Garcon to still like let her be in the bottom, and that would have been valid. But the critiques that they gave her were not valid because they're just critiquing her on, I'm getting bored of your drag. And I don't think that's fair. You could have critiqued her on like, hey, your lyrics were just fine. And honestly, you looked really stiff on while you were dancing. So you kind of just faded away.
Like she looked around a little bit, like forgot steps and was looking around. Like that's valid.
Yeah.
And but being like, I don't like what you're doing as a like your aesthetic, like it
feels kind of bullshit.
It's rude.
It's rude. It's absolutely rude.
It's unfair, actually. Because here's the thing. To me, Drag Race is about adapting your drag to the challenge that you're given.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Period. Not changing your drag to fit to do the best in the no.
Yeah. Garcon shouldn't have to change her drag.
Yeah.
Garcon shouldn't have to change her drag just so that Oscar Madrazo can be like, oh, you look great this time. Like, shut the fuck up. Garcon is who she is. She has a character, and all of these queens have a character, and it's unfair to judge them just based on like their character. You can judge them if like the character that they did kind of like they stray away from it and kind of it just doesn't work. But like Garcon, like the critiques just didn't make sense to me. The critiques just didn't make sense.
No, the critiques make complete sense to me. They didn't care about her. They wanted to eliminate her because her storyline is done because her mother has been eliminated. And we got her osteoporosis story.
What's stupid to me is they got rid of Nina, but then chose to not do anything with Suculenta because she could have still had that same storyline with Suculenta, but they chose not to do anything with it. And for some reason, Suculenta has been getting no airtime, but she keeps staying. And she keeps getting saved for some weird reason. I don't know what's going on.
The fact that Suculenta is the best performing
of her house,
the mother, and of her house this season, honestly, and again, this is not me trying to bash on Suculenta because she is talented. For me, it's kind of bullshit. I don't understand. I don't understand.
From what we were shown, just to make it clear,
from what we know
is what we've seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, it kind of feels like bullshit.
You know, I have a conspiracy as to why they eliminated Garcon. Again, I do think she should have been in the bottom. That's like she did not do the best. Like, but I think maybe she wasn't giving them what they wanted in confessionals. Like she wasn't giving enough of like the reality part that they need for the show, like for production. Maybe.
But what's weird is that Garcon has been getting a lot of screen time throughout these past 4 episodes.
I think she's been getting a lot of confessionals. Early. I think that's why they did it.
Maybe
because it's like a good. Because thinking of like a production side, it's like the Pearl storyline. Like they kept Pearl because it was a cute boy to get like the audience. So I think that they showed more like because Garcon was eliminated early-ish, right? They showed her more in the first episodes, kind of like get people to watch it because it's like a cute, like a good-looking person.
And I also need to say,
away from her, just like the prediction is that's how they think.
I also need to say, Mexico is pissed. Mexico is really angry. Because I think most of the people agree that like Garcon was a huge fan favorite over here, and so having her go home this early, which a Garcon goes home.
But also production is not stupid. They're gonna bring her back for like an All Stars.
Yeah,
or like a Global or a Versus the World.
I think with this big of like the amount of love that she was shown, at least here in Mexico, I don't know about anywhere else, but here in Mexico, the amount of love that has been shown to Garcon is incredible because every other queen that has been eliminated has been getting a lot of love, but I've never seen the amount of love and respect towards an eliminated queen that I've seen for Garcon here. It's huge.
She deserves it.
People are really upset. People are like, I'm leaving Twitter. I cannot be on Twitter. I am devastated.
And the unfortunate thing too is we do have to talk about the lip sync that we do get between Garçon and Unique, La Calle de las Sirenas by Cava. I gotta be honest, as I do love Garçon, and I would love to sit here and say that Garçon won the lip sync. I can't sit here and say that because Unique is so. And I want to. Okay, we've talked a lot about Garçon. I want to highlight Unique here because I think Unique is one of the most dynamic performers we've seen on Drag Race in a minute. I absolutely love her performance style. I love the way that she commands this stage in a very effervescent way. Like, it's all very bubbly. It's very like, ooh, I'm like, she's performing the song. And this is a lighthearted song. We saw this in her other lip sync too, which I do think, you know, that one was a little bit more up in the air, I gotta be honest. I think Nina could have taken that lip sync personally. But this one, I think we got to see Unique's uniqueness, for lack of a better term. And I was really happy to see it. I'm really liking her.
Yeah.
I fear we lose her next week, but I really, really like her. And I think she's been a lovely addition to this season. And in this lip sync, as much as I would love to sit here and say Garçon won because I love Garçon, Unique won the lip sync for sure.
Yeah, I have
we
to
all
agree.
watched the same lip sync.
Yeah,
Let's be
we
honest.
watched the same
I love
episode of the same
Garçon.
lip sync.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote this
horrible,
down.
but,
Like,
Yeah.
I wrote this down. I love this song. First of all, the song is absolutely iconic. It's when I saw this song, I nearly screamed my eyes out. It's one of like, it brings back memories to my childhood, and it's incredible. So I just felt really happy. It felt like it gave me memories of going to Acapulco and being at the beach and being at the pool. Really adorable, really cute. Anyways, this is just not Garçon's song. Garçon could have done well with any other type of song, but this song,
any other song we've had so far this season, I think would have done.
Garçon would have done well with it.
And her look and her makeup didn't help as well.
Yeah.
Like, she had like the makeup for the song was not fitting.
That's what I mean. Like, this is just not the type of song. This is not the type of performance that Garçon usually does, and so it was very obvious to me the moment that I heard the song. I went from immediate joy to immediate sadness because I immediately thought, oh, Garçon is not winning this. Garçon, this is not just up Garçon's alley, and this is just a song made for Unique. So,
and to find out that she grew up singing this song too, like, that just makes the elimination even like just.
Yeah.
But her exit was one of my favorite exits. Like, so classy, so. Like,
so graceful,
so
thankful, just.
It
I
hurt
love
a
her.
lot.
She's really going to be missed on this season. Like, I really just.
Gone but never forgotten.
Yeah, fully.
Honestly, I think she is our gone but never forgotten diva of this season. I gotta be honest with you. Like,
and also her mother, the family.
And also her mother.
Yeah.
Gone but never forgotten. Her and her mother. That's all. Oh.
Can we talk about the sneak peek for next week?
Can we please?
I'm
because
excited.
Because I forgot to do the draft really quick. So I'm updating draft standings really, really quickly. So yes, please talk about the fact that next week is Snatch Game.
Can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
Someone is finally doing Jesus Christ, and it's Eva.
We've had it.
Is it not Jesus Christ? Really?
This will be our third Jesus, actually.
This will be our third Jesus.
Well,
so for context, Ashley Madison Ashley Madison on Drag Race Down Under did it first.
I remember that.
And won her Snatch Game as Jesus.
Oh, was it 3? Down Under 3?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, because I haven't.
And then on Canada season 4, Amy Beyonce Chanel did Jesus as well. I will say the Jesus portrayals we've had so far have been pretty good. You did, yeah. I was gonna say, I remember hearing you watching the
Well,
I'm excited. It looks like it gets
for the first time in a while. We have Jesus.
For the first time for me that I remember.
Well, we also
what
have,
I wrote down, my first thought was it's mother playing father.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, but I am very excited. I saw someone's doing Jose Jose, and I think that's gonna be funny.
Okay.
Absolute icon here.
Okay,
Jose
work.
Jose is very well known, especially with like older ladies and older men.
Okay.
Like my
I'm excited to
dad
have you
is a
here
huge
so you can
fan
explain
of
all
Jose
the
Jose,
references to us.
and so I'm excited to see it.
Someone's doing Love and Inno again. I couldn't clock who
Yes.
it was, but I'm excited to see another Love and
I
Inno.
thought it was Lexa.
Yeah, I think it was Lexa,
It might be.
right?
Well, we just saw one too on France. We just saw Love and Inno on France too because Perseo did. Shout out to Perseo. Our canary queen on France. We love her. But yes.
I'm
So
excited to see that.
And thankfully, this has given me enough time to update the draft. Thank you, friends. So, draft things have developed wildly. I will say, Eduardo, you have now lost your second team member.
Yeah.
David has lost his first team member. And I am now the only person with a fully intact team. So,
yeah, I had the eliminated queen and the winner of the challenge, so that's
sure did.
Oh, they balance each other out.
Yeah, they balance each other out.
Pretty much. So we're sitting at Lana in fourth still with 24.5 points. Eduardo, you are still sitting in third with 41 points.
Mm-hmm.
David is in second with 52 points, and I am now in the lead with 56.5 points. So.
Iconic.
Truly kind of iconic. So with that being said, we're going to get out of here because we got to go film Look Over Here. So thank you for joining us for this episode recap. Let us know all your thoughts down in the description below. Make sure to check out, or in the comments below, make sure to check the description for our YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, and where you can find us on Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to Look Over Here for all the franchises we are currently covering. Make sure to follow us on our socials as well, at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You could follow all of us down below as well, and you could get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug as well. With that being said, we're going to get out of here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, not me forgetting my mug.
How dare you forget the mug?
Excuse you.
How dare I?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Adios.